Okay. We are calling the May 14th public hearing to order. This is an ordinance concerning zoning regulations for cannabis establishments, and we will begin with roll call. Mr. Davidoff.
Good evening, Madam Mayor. Councilwoman Blanks? Absent. Mayor Cantor?
Here.
Councilor Cortez?
Here.
Councilwoman Fay? Absent. Councilwoman McGinnis?
Present.
Councilwoman Poland?
Here.
Councilor Walters? Absent. Deputy Mayor Winograd?
Here.
Councilor Zdanowitz?
Here.
We have a quorum, 6 present.
Thank you, Mr. Davidoff. At the request of the town manager, the public hearing will be continued to May 28th at 2024 at 7 p.m. No testimony will be received on this ordinance this evening. If there is no objection, we will continue the public hearing. Is there any objection? Okay. There being no objection, the public hearing is continued to May 28th, 2024 at 7 p.m. It's 7:30. Okay. All right, kids. All right. Okay. It is now 7:30. We will call the West Hartford, I am calling the West Hartford Town Council meeting to order. It's May 14th, 7:30 p.m., and we will start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, Mr. Davidoff.
Good evening, Madam Mayor. Counselor Blanks is absent. Mayor Cantor.
Here.
Counselor Cortez.
Here.
Counselor Fay.
Here.
Counselor McGinnis.
Here.
Counselor Poland.
Here.
Counselor Walters is absent. Deputy Mayor Winograd.
Here.
Counselor Zdanowitz.
Here.
Thank you, Mr. Davidoff. So this is unusual where we have more proclamations than our items on the agenda. So, but there are 3 proclamations that the recipients are here. And I am going to begin actually with the Old Guard. So we're going to start with that proclamation. And then we have the Nurse of the Year, Beth Borenstein, and then we're going to do a National Prevention Week proclamation. But Mr. Kelleher, will you come up and receive the proclamation? Thank you. All right. So this is the official proclamation of the Old Guard, but I want to say that I've been to the Old Guard. I'm not sure how many times. Do you have a record of it? A number of times, on Zoom and in person. And it is a very inspirational experience. And usually it starts with some songs. So you didn't bring your piano or your voices. So, but it really is such an honor and a privilege to know these wonderful human beings that dedicate their lives to service and are so accomplished in their professional careers and have chosen to spend their time in camaraderie, but doing good. And the proclamation kind of outlines that. But I just want to thank you for and you are also bright and ask incredible questions. We always have to come prepared when we're before you. So anyway, I appreciate all that you do. But whereas the members of the Old Guard of Connecticut meet weekly on Tuesday morning at the Westminster Presbyterian Church in West Hartford from September through May, with an average attendance of 100 members at each meeting, engaging in a hybrid format, both in person at the Presbyterian Church and remotely through Zoom. However, post-pandemic has allowed them to exceed 200 members. Whereas the foundation pillars of education, fellowship, and community service guide the activities and focus of the Old Guard of Connecticut. And whereas the education aspect is enriched through guest speakers covering diverse topics, such as the stock market, genealogy, sports, Connecticut history, the threat of nuclear waste, the veterans issues, followed by interactive Q&A session. And whereas the fellowship within the organization flourishes through coffee meetings before each gathering, communal lunches post-meeting, as well as participation in golf and bowling league, group attendance at local sports events, and the annual holiday and season-ending lunches, which you had today. And whereas the commitment to community service is exemplified through volunteering efforts and support for organizations, and this is a long list, like the Salvation Army, Connecticut Food Share, Habitat for Humanity and Restore, Meals on Wheels, Loaves and Fishes, the House of Bread, the West Hartford Food Bank, the Yukon Health Center, the Senior Job Bank, and the West Hartford YMCA, notably including the Swing for Our Kids golf tournament, where 100% of the net proceeds are donated to the West Hartford YMCA. Whereas the Old Guard of Connecticut views community service activities as opportunities, not obligations, and wholeheartedly believes in the mantra, "We do because we can," exemplifying dedication and goodwill toward the betterment of the community. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that on behalf of the Town Council and the residents of West Hartford, I, Mayor Sherry G. Cantor, do hereby recognize and celebrate the contributions made by the Old Guard of Connecticut and mark this day as one that credits their commitment to our community. Thank you so much. So Mr. Kelleher is the current president, and there is a bunch of past leadership here, a number of past leadership here. So if you want to make some introductions, and then we're going to take a group picture.
Okay, first, I've been the president for about 4 hours.
Good job.
So, I mean, come on, you get a proclamation from the mayor in the first 4 hours. It's all downhill from here. I would just like, these gentlemen here are all past presidents of the organization. So I'll stumble over the names. So if we just start with Bob here and work our way around, just to who.
Bob Schaefer, Al DeWitt, Dale Richter,
Tom Goodrum.
Ed Turbert, Russ Jones, Jeff Lee, to Du Bois.
Thank you. Oh, wait a minute. Don County. Mayor Cantor kind of stole what I was going to say because she listed all the things that we do. Okay, so basically, I think this is one of the things that we are trying to do is kind of raise our profile with the town a little bit, let people know that we're here and we're active in what we're doing. We have to tell people when they are joining, we may be old, but we don't guard anything. But you did hear a list of the things that people are involved in. And you can be as involved as you want to be. You can do all of those things. You can do some of them. You can do none of them. You can go to one meeting or you can go to 30. And basically find that most people come back around and show up for more than one. And our membership, unlike some social and groups and professional groups, is growing. Thanks to the current past president, we added 20 plus members this year. And unfortunately, with an age group like ours, we've far exceeded our losses. So we feel it's a positive thing. And thank you very much. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
So,
Can I take this one?
yeah, we're going to hold the proclamation, and then we're going to take a group picture if you guys don't mind coming up. But also our past town manager and yeah, and worked for the town for, I don't know how long did Ron work? Ron Van Winkle, over 30 years,
Yes,
right?
wasn't president.
So, yeah. So anyway, all right, we'll
Okay.
take a. So why don't you guys stand up? Maybe we'll. Do you want to take it with the backdrop here so we can see people over here? Do you guys want to stand?
Lead the way.
I think we stand here, they'll stand, and we can get them. Yes. Yeah, no, in front of me. What? I thought you were smart.
That was well done.
All right, who's taking a picture? Can you get, you may have to, everybody take a step closer. Take a step towards.
Shoulder to shoulder.
We good?
A little closer.
We're good.
And can you see, I
It's
don't know,
wide
can you
angle,
see the
so-
council?
Everybody look, special, remember lunch? And for Ron Van Winkle. The past president who.
Yeah.
Not with us today.
Okay.
Thank
They'll
you.
watch
We're
it
good.
on WHCI, right? All right, congratulations and thank you again for everything you do. Keep up, stay healthy, keep up the good work.
Thanks, Sherry, appreciate
All
it.
right.
Thank you, thank you, take care.
Thank you so much. All right. Okay. And now, we have the incredible honor to share and celebrate Elizabeth, oh, I'll wait. You don't have to go. Okay. and celebrate Elizabeth Bornstein. Elizabeth is the nurse at Northwest Catholic, and we're going to read the official proclamation, but she is a national certified school nurse and was honored with the state award, and really remarkable. And everybody that read the article had a really good story and just a really positive reflection of the caring work. And I know it's Nurse Week and we've all been touched by nurses in our lives that have changed and enriched us in so many ways. I'm actually on the foundation board at Connecticut Children's, and the nurses do the most amazing work, and I'm just so grateful for all that they do. So would you like to come up? Okay. All right, thank you. So, whereas Elizabeth Bornstein has dedicated 9 years of service as the full-time school nurse at Northwest Catholic High School, where she serves 600 students, and whereas Elizabeth Bornstein has established herself as a respected leader among students, families, and colleagues through her unwavering commitment to excellence, her professionalism, expertise, and ability to nurture social and emotional connection with her peers and students makes her a role model and an inspiration within the school community. Whereas Elizabeth Bornstein is a national certified school nurse, which demonstrates her dedication to personal education and commitment to sharing knowledge with staff, coaches, and students through life-saving training, including CPR, naloxone administration, right, Narcan, yeah, and stop the bleed protocols. And whereas Elizabeth Bornstein's unwavering support, willingness to share knowledge, and infectious positivity create an enriching work environment where growth, laughter, and a sense of belonging thrive, making her an indispensable asset to the community. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that on behalf of the Town Council and the residents of West Hartford, I, Mayor Sherry G. Cantor, do hereby recognize Elizabeth Bornstein as the deserving recipient of the School Nurse of the Year Award for her outstanding contributions to Northwest Catholic High School and the broader community. And congratulations, really. Yes. I don't know if you want to get a picture with the, I don't know if somebody wants to take it. You wanna- Okay.
Because I'm sure our media guy at Northwest wants a picture.
And do you? Yeah, come on. That's okay. And I don't know if you want to say it. Okay, awesome.
I would just like to say that I'm humbled. I'm thankful to the town of West Hartford and the non-public schools and the West Hartford Bloomfield Health District.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And a shout out to Amy Kraus for her work. Yes. Thank you so much. Okay. And now the last of the proclamations to be received, and then we're reading a couple, but I have, I think Gretchen and Craig are here, and will receive a proclamation. Oh, Carl. Okay, I'm so sorry. Is it Cianci is your last name? What's your, Carl? Oh, okay, I have the wrong, okay, great. Anyway, thank you, Carl, for being here, and Gretchen. So it's Mental Health Week, Awareness Month, and actually National Prevention Week. And it is so important, we all know, and highlighted by COVID, how important mental health is to physical health and how it's all integrated, and the important intentional work of our social services department and our prevention council makes such a difference. So will you come up and receive? Carl, thank you. Oh, Carl, that's fine. Okay. Whereas May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and West Hartford is committed to increasing awareness about the vital role mental health plays in our overall health and well-being, and providing resources and information to support individuals and communities who may need mental health support. And whereas National Prevention Week is May 12th through May 18th, and we acknowledge this week as a celebration of possibility to showcase community coming together to celebrate the opportunities for brighter futures that exist thanks to the ongoing work of prevention and raising awareness about the importance of substance misuse prevention and positive mental health. And whereas the town of West Hartford is proud to be working toward recognition as a recovery-friendly community by supporting residents who are in recovery from a substance misuse disorder and/or mental health disorder, raising awareness of the nature of such conditions, promoting health and recovery by reducing stigma and discrimination, and improving the environmental factors necessary for recoveries to flourish. Whereas the town of West Hartford, through the West Hartford Prevention Commission, the Prevention Partnership, town departments including leisure services, the library, the police and fire departments, senior centers, social services, West Hartford Bloomfield Health District, West Hartford Community Interactive, Board of Education, and the Bridge Family Center, as the town's Youth Services Bureau, along with many other individuals, organizations, and the general public, will continue to collaborate on year-round prevention efforts. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that on behalf of the Town Council and the residents of West Hartford, I, Mayor Sherry G. Cantor, do hereby recognize Mental Health Awareness Month and the week of May 12th through May 18th as Prevention Week, and support the efforts of our local government, community groups, and residents to increase public awareness about the importance of substance use prevention and positive mental health all for this month and all year. And I have this proclamation for you. Do you want to say, Carl, would you like to say a few words? Or?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm glad it identified all the partners who come to our meetings, because nobody operates in a silo. And one of the best things is we got to hire Gretchen Levitz this last year as a prevention coordinator for the town. We want to make it more a place recovery friendly, so where everybody knows their neighbor, can have a true conversation with them, because people in recovery are all amongst us.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for your work and commitment. And Gretchen, thank you for the work that you've been doing. I've already met you a number of times, and I'm so impressed. So here's the proclamation. I don't know, do you have a camera? Do you want a picture? So much. Okay. Just a couple more. And sorry about that, Carl.
That's okay. It's happened before.
I'm going to take my leave. Thank you all very much for the proclamations, and congratulations to you two, and it's fun.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So I'm not sure why May is a month for so many things, but it really is, and I know we're missing a number of things too. But we were asked actually by a person in the community that was very active in the community, and his voice is really important to us. Jeff Daniels, actually, honoring or raising awareness for ALS. So there's we're reading a proclamation on his request, but I think it's, I actually had a neighbor on our previous house that the person passed away of ALS, and we've all known people, friends, and who have suffered. So I just want to read the proclamation. So whereas amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease, is a devastating neurodegenerative disease that affects nerve cells in the brain and spinal cord, leading to progressive muscle weakness, paralysis, and ultimately loss of life. And whereas ALS Awareness Month provides an opportunity to raise awareness, promote understanding, and advocate for research, treatment, and support services for individuals living with ALS, their families, and caregivers. Whereas ALS Awareness Month Month honors the courage, resilience, and determination of individuals living with ALS who face daily challenges with grace, dignity, and unwavering strength, and who inspire us all with their bravery and optimism in the face of adversity. And whereas ALS Awareness Month recognizes the tireless efforts of healthcare professionals, researchers, advocates, and organizations dedicated to advancing ALS research, improving care and support services, and advocating for policies that enhance the quality of life and well-being of individuals affected by ALS. Whereas ALS Awareness Month honors the memory of those who have lost their lives to ALS, remembering their strength, courage, and legacy, and reaffirming our commitment to continue the fight until a cure is found. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that on behalf of the Town Council and the residents of West Hartford, I, Mayor Sherry G. Cantor, do hereby proclaim May 2024 as ALS Awareness Month. And we're thinking about all of those that are have this disease and are dealing with so much or have lost loved ones. And then there's 2 heritage months that I'm reading. The first is May is actually Jewish American Heritage Month, and it's celebrated in May. The month was chosen because of the 350th anniversary celebration of the Jewish arrival to America, and we honor Jewish Americans who have never given up on our nation's promise. And whereas the Jewish community has a rich and diverse culture, heritage that has profoundly influenced society in various fields, including literature, art, science, and technology, and whereas Jewish American Heritage Month provides an opportunity to honor and celebrate the contributions, achievements, and resilience of Jewish Americans throughout history, and whereas Jewish values of compassion, justice, and community have played a significant role in promoting social justice and equality for all individuals, and whereas the observance of Jewish American Heritage Month serves to foster understanding, tolerance, and respect for the diversity that enriches our society, and Jewish American Heritage Month encourages us to reflect on the history and traditions of the Jewish people and to recognize the importance of preserving and passing on these legacies to future generations. And whereas by recognizing Jewish American Heritage Month, we affirm our commitment to promoting inclusivity, diversity, and unity in our communities. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that on behalf of the Town Council and the residents of West Hartford, I, Mayor Sherry G. Cantor, do hereby recognize May 2024 as appropriately observed as Jewish American Heritage Month in West Hartford. And it is also Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month, whereas it is recognized that Asian American Pacific Islanders, otherwise I will do AAPI, have profound ancient heritage that have significantly influenced the history of the United States, and their lives have been deeply impacted by the pivotal moments in the nation's past. And whereas the United States is home to over 20 million Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders whose daily contributions enhance the vibrancy, prosperity, and security of America, and whereas the month of May is designated as AAPI month according to the Federal Asian Pacific American Council, and the theme is Advancing Leaders Through Innovation, celebrating the visionaries and trailblazers who have shaped AAPI history and continue to inspire future generations. And whereas every May during AAPI Heritage Month, as well as throughout the year, National Park Service and its partners devote efforts to sharing the rich histories and thriving cultures of AAPI communities and parks and localities across the nation. Whereas the town is hosting a series of events to honoring the voices, culture, and strength of our AAPI community, including food and culture, featuring the East-West Grill on Wheels on May 17th, the AAPI 5K on May 18th, and the virtual panel, Our Experiences Finding Your Voice in the Workplace on May 22nd, and the film screening and discussion honoring our history and our stories, Far East, Deep South on May 25th. And whereas it is fitting and proper to recognize the valuable contributions, rich heritage, and enduring legacies of Asian, American, and Pacific Islanders, and honor and support various events and activities that celebrate their culture and achievements within the town of West Hartford community and beyond. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed, on behalf of the Town Council of West Hartford and the residents of West Hartford, I, Mayor Sherry G. Cantor, do hereby proclaim the month of May National Asian American Pacific Islanders Heritage Month. Anyone else have a proclamation? Okay. But it is really, you're all important individually, and it's just unfortunate that there's so many together. So we Okay. We will now go to public forum. I don't think there's anybody signed up. Has there been any input, Mr. Davidoff?
No, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Okay, so now we will go to consent calendar. Mr. Winograd.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, and congratulations on that performance. That was, we all appreciate it. Without objection, I move that items 5A, 7A, 7B, and 7D be placed on the consent calendar.
Is there any objection? All right, hearing no objection, the items are placed on consent. Mr. Winograd.
I move adoption of the consent calendar.
Second?
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. And we go to 6A, Mr. Winograd. Oh, that's me.
Thank you.
Sorry. I took my glasses off and I didn't put them on. The ordinance concerning zoning regulations for cannabis establishments was the subject of a public hearing this evening. However, the public hearing was opened and continued to May 28th, 2024 at 7 p.m. No testimony or public comment was received at the public meeting. Without objection, I move that this item be placed on the town council meeting agenda for May 28th, 2024. Is there any objection? Okay, hearing no objection, this item will be placed on the town council meeting agenda on May 28th, 2024. All right, a new business. We go to C. Yes. Mr. Winograd.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I move to adopt a resolution appropriating American Rescue Plan Act grant funds.
Second?
Motion's been made and seconded. Mr. Ledwith.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. This resolution will appropriate $3 million American Rescue Plan Act funds towards the hiring of an architectural firm for the final design of our new Elmwood Community Center, Library, Senior Center, Teen Center, and Cultural Center. You'll recall last year we did complete a feasibility study that was performed by Tecton, and the final result of that feasibility study called for the demolishing of the existing building at 100 Mayflower Street and the construction of a new 82,000 square foot facility. In late 2023, we issued an RFP to hire an architectural firm, and following that process, we engaged the services of GWWO Architects. And following the adoption of this resolution, we will sign the contract probably tomorrow, and GWWO can begin the design process for the new community center, which is very exciting for all of us. That process will take about 12 months to complete. So we'll certainly keep the council, as well as our Community Planning and Economic Development Committee and our Human and Community Services Committee, up to date as we move through that design process. And through you, Madam Mayor, happy to answer any questions that the council had.
Thank you, Mr. Ledwith. And we also did, we have pursued grant opportunities for.
Excellent question, yes, and we did talk about that in the Finance and Administration Committee meeting. So we did apply for both local and federal grants for both the architectural services, and then at some point we will apply for construction grants as well. Since that Finance and Administration Committee meeting, I think I talked about the balance of our ARPA funds at that meeting, and we had set aside $1 million through this most recent budget process of ARPA grants to fund the Vision Zero projects that we identified for completion this year. And last week we did receive notification from the state that we will receive funding from our governor and state delegation to fund the Vision Zero projects for the upcoming year. So that $1 million appropriation that we had of ARPA funds for Vision Zero will go back into the ARPA pot. So we will be able to utilize those funds for any projects that the council would, and we'll certainly talk about that more as we move through the coming weeks, but other projects like the center infrastructure project, for example.
And if we do get awarded grant for this, towards this project, whether it's part or full, we
do the same
would
thing.
the same.
Yep.
Okay, great. Any other questions for Mr. Ledwith? And that was all discussed in finance. Okay. Seeing no questions, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, then we go to already to the reports of the town manager.
Yes.
Ms. Levitt.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. So I'll begin the town manager's report with Upcoming council business and meetings, we have our Community Planning and Economic Development Committee meeting tomorrow morning, May 15th at 8 a.m. That's a virtual meeting. And then we have a Human and Community Services Committee meeting on Monday, May 20th. That's at 6 p.m., and that's a virtual meeting as well. And we will continue tonight's public hearing on May 28th, Tuesday, May 28th at 7 p.m. in council chambers, followed by a regular scheduled town council meeting that will begin at 7:30 p.m. here in the council chambers on May 28th. Some exciting news to report regarding our town clerk. Town clerk Leon Davidoff has been named to the 2024 Municipal Clerks Honor Roll, a unique recognition program from the General Code since 2001. It allows municipal officials, private citizens, and other colleagues to acknowledge and pay tribute to the city and town clerks who give so much to their communities every day. Leon Davidoff was among 311 municipal clerks from 38 states on this year's list. Speech.
No speech, he's taking us out for drinks.
A complete list of 2024 honorees can be found at www.municipalclerkshonorroll.com if you're so inclined to look at other honorees from around the country. First round of paving begins shortly. The engineering division announced the list of streets in the first round of road resurfacing that begins the week of May 13th. They include Troutbrook Drive from Clarendon to South Quaker, Talcott Road, South Quaker to Grassmere, Boulevard, Riggs to South Main, Brunswick Avenue, and Keeney Avenue. We anticipate completing the first round with about 4 to 5 days of milling and about 2 weeks of paving. Troutbrook Drive, Talcott Road, and Boulevard will require detours. Police officers and flaggers will assist with traffic control. Motorists are reminded to be cautious while traveling on the milled surface and alert for raised manhole structures. Please seek alternate routes if possible. The Department of Public Works will hold its annual open house on Saturday, May 18th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. at its facility on Brixton Street in observance of National Public Works Week. This is a rain or shine event. At the event, children can sit in big trucks while adults can get all their recycling questions answered and learn more about electric vehicles and charging stations. Attendees can enter a free drawing for a yard waste barrel and a free bulky or metal waste removal permit. West Hartford DPW is joining 34 other communities in Connecticut to fill a truck with non-perishable food in support of local food pantries. InfroShred LLC will safely shred our residence confidential papers for free on Saturday, May 18th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. or until the truck is full. This event will be on Oakwood Avenue just past Brixton Street, and this service is available to West Hartford residents only, no commercial businesses. Please bring sensitive documents only. Before coming, separate junk mail, other non-sensitive paper in envelopes and recycle them in your blue barrel. The limit is 2 copy paper boxes or equivalent, around 15 by 12 by 10, no plastic bags, and when the truck is full, the event will end. Tree tours on May 18th and June 1st. Free guided tours of the newly certified Level 2 Westmore Arboretum are available on Saturday, May 18th and June 1st from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. The Arboretum contains more than 130 species of trees and woody shrubs, all labeled with informational signage. Volunteer tree naturalist Bill Gleason and park naturalist Doug Jackson were both singled out with recognition awards for their groundbreaking efforts to make Westmore a Level 1 Arboretum in 2023, and again for leading a team of tree and plant experts to achieve Level 2 accreditation in 2024. They will serve as the tour guides in all 4 seasons. Tours are free, but pre-registration is strongly recommended. For more information on signing up for a tree tour this spring or self-guided tours, please visit westmorearboretum.org. Free parking is available on site, and the rain dates are Sunday, May 19th and June 2nd. During National Mental Health Awareness Month, we honor the absolute courage of tens of millions who live with mental health conditions and celebrate the loved ones and mental health professionals who are there for them every day. The West Hartford Prevention Partnership has created a calendar of events and activities in West Hartford throughout May, and it can be found on our website. And then finally, the police department is accepting applications for its 2024 College Academy. The Behind the Badge program is unique, as no other internship in Connecticut provides participants with this level of education integrated with hands-on experience. This program is specifically designed to move students forward in their pursuit of a career in law enforcement. The program runs from Monday, June 24th through Friday, July 12th. Classes meet Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the West Hartford Police Department. For more information, please contact the Community Relations Division at 860-570-8820, or can also find more information on our website as well. So thank you, and through you, Madam Mayor, happy to answer any questions that the council has on any of this or anything else that you may have questions on.
Thank you, Mr. Ledwid. That was very complete. You kind of did have a proclamation in there, but the Public Works. But anyway, any questions for Mr. Ledwid? All right. Corporation Counsel. Okay. Any questions for Corporation Counsel's office? All right. Then I just have a few announcements. New students sought for Mayor's Youth Council. Students between 8th and 11th who are interested in civic engagement and community service for the 2024-2025 school year, they can apply, are invited to apply by May 31st. And there are links on all of these announcements, so on our website. As we've been talking about, mental health and wellness prevention activities, has a calendar of events on our website. We talked about Asian American Pacific Islander Month and the activities there. The food truck will be at Town Hall between 11 and 1 on Friday. The run will be on May 18th at 9 a.m. and using the Trout Brook Trail. Registration fee is $25. And the connection for the Finding Your Voice in the Workplace is also there, as well as the link for the Noah Webster Library discussion, Our History and Our Stories, Far East, Deep South film. The 27th Annual Senior Day and Health Fair takes place tomorrow at the West. It's the both senior centers, but it will take place at the Elmwood Senior Center. It will be West Hartford Bloomfield Health District is the host, and place 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Over 45 vendors of senior services, home health agencies, retirement communities, etc. Health District will also offer free health screenings, education, and information. Complimentary chair massages will be offered. And if you have any information, please call 860-561-8180. Single Moms Connect, May 17th. This is Kashana Pinok is starting a group as a project for the Parent Leadership Training Institute, PLTI. It's focusing on making connections, sharing knowledge, and self-care. Free food and childcare will be provided. The first event will be Friday, May 17th at 6 p.m. at the Family Resource Center at Charter Oak International Academy. And for more information, again, the link is on the website. Volunteers are needed to install flags at graves May 18th. This is prior to Memorial Day and left through Memorial Day. We take great pride in volunteers placing flags on more than 1,200 military graves in Fairview Cemetery. And again, it will be rain or shine, 8:30 a.m. on May 18th to hopefully 10 a.m. So, and let's see, then will be the collection of the retired flags after the ceremony. If you have any questions, Hayes Village Post 96 also collects, this is collect flags that need to be retired. That's what that is. Okay, QPR training session. This is held by the West Hartford Bloomfield Health District. This is question, persuade, and refer. This is a suicide prevention course, 3 simple steps that you can learn to save a life. Training will be held at Westminster Presbyterian Church on Sunday, May 19th from 4:30 till 6. Dinner will be provided. I have been to the training, and it's very helpful. A free legal seminar on tenant rights in Connecticut on May 21st. This is sponsored by Greater Hartford Legal Aid, and will be from 5:30 p.m. till 7 p.m., featuring attorney Kelsey Bannon at the Elmwood Community Center. Again, if you have any questions, more information. And of course, the Memorial Day Parade and Ceremony, May 27th. This will take place at 10 a.m. To learn more about the parade, visit the website, or you can contact our own Renee McHugh. West Hartford Post American Legion 96 in the town of West Hartford holds a brief Memorial Day ceremony immediately following the parade, estimated to be at 11 a.m. And the keynote speaker is retired U.S. Army Colonel Mike Cabry. If the weather is inclement, the ceremony will be moved indoors to the Town Hall Auditorium. And lastly, Secret Gardens Revealed tour on June 1st. This tour will be held from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., rain or shine. 6 selected gardens include unexpected plant combinations rich in color and textures, sculptures, and miniature formal sunken gardens, free-form pools, and more. Tickets are $20. This will take place through May 27th at they'll be on sale through May 27th at Noah Webster House, Muscarella Garden Shop, Butler Florist, and Garden Center. And there is also a link. And I just, actually, one more thing I will add, that Rotary Club, I was accompanied by Counselor McGinnis. Rotary Club did a $10,000 collection at Costco. Thank you so much to Costco for donating items. And they had a large caravan of vans that came and stocked the shelves at the food pantry. And it was quite impressive amount of food. And a lot of volunteers from Rotary were there. And it was a little warm. And there was a lot of heavy packages, but it all stacked well. And it was really, really a great event. And our shelves are stocked now, but we know headed into summer when kids are home is a really extraordinary need. So I'm sure we will be talking about that more, but thank you so much to Rotary Club of West Hartford. Any other announcements? Oh, yes, that'd be great. I actually, we have 2 coaches that have dedicated the majority of their lives coaching, 50 years. And I had the distinct pleasure of presenting a proclamation to my gymnastic coach and track coach, Sue McAuliffe Kernius. She was McAuliffe when I had her. And she changed my life and was a true inspiration to so many, and supported so many young women in sports. And Mr. Zdanowitz was there, and actually his daughter presented her with a gift, and another daughter was running, and it was a really wonderful way to see how the influence of coaches, the impact of coaches on women's lives, on both men and women, but women especially after Title IX. Coach Kernius was a leader in post, I would say, in Title IX world, and producing women leaders and athletes. So, anything? Okay. All right, and then on Saturday, if the weather holds out, our Coach Solomon will be celebrating, again, his 50 years of service of tennis, coaching tennis. And there was a no-cut policy in tennis. And I actually was on the tennis team until Coach Kernius recruited me because she needed a 2-miler. So I got pulled to that. So senior year, I ran 2-mile for Coach Kernius. But I'm not sure if anybody can go to that, but it will be at the tennis courts at Hall at 10 a.m. And we are so grateful for the leadership and the incredible impact that Coach Solomon has had on so many lives. And I know so many of my son's friends that played tennis and were really positively impacted by that experience. So, all right. Anything else? No? Mr. Cortez? No? Then, without any objection, I make a motion to adjourn. Adjourn. Is there any objection? We are now adjourned. Have a wonderful rest of your evening.